The big question a lot of people are asking though is, how big are those gaps? Let's take a look. It's a huge welcome back to the channel here on Red Rocket. Thanks so much for joining the channel again. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button, click the bell notification to hear about all my latest videos, and please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. So we collected my brand new Tesla Model 3 only the start of this week, and a lot of the questions people are asking is, what is the build quality like, and more importantly, what are the gaps like? So I brought a ruler out so we can check the gaps and alignments of the vehicle, just to point out where there might be some deficiencies or not with the car. Overall, very happy with the quality and finish of the car, but I point out a couple of things that I found out in snagging which I've logged with Tesla and they're going to correct. So let's get looking at the car and the gaps. First thing you need to do really is to check the alignment of the bonnet, and the best way to do that, and I'm no expert, but I've looked at other videos on YouTube, is to just use your thumb or your finger to run along the panels and just feel whether there's a misalignment between the panels themselves, whether one side is particularly raised over the other. And as I feel around this car, there's no real difference at all. In fact, if any, very happy with the quality of that bonnet and its alignment. You can take a good step back and have a look at the vehicle, and really that will tell you, actually, just having a good step back, whether there's any obvious gaps or not. A good thing to do is to check the level of the headlights as well, and you can just run your finger over those just to make sure they're flush with the body lining. So the other thing is bumpers. Again, just checking the bumpers are sitting flush with the rest of the body panel. And I'm no expert, but these are the things that I've seen on other YouTube channels, and other experts on other channels are checking as well. So I'm just doing like for like really. And again, checking the level of the bumper there. So the next bit to check is on your door panels. And again, using your ruler, you can just run that down the length of the door panel just to make sure that it doesn't snag. As you can see, you can also, if you want to, use your tape measure just to measure the gaps and make sure they're all equal. Mine are pretty much equal all the way across the gap there. Do the same with your door panels, between the two door panels. Again, run your measure down just to make sure that it doesn't snag in the gaps. And again, you can check those distances are all pretty much the same. The other thing you can do when it comes to the doors and checking is use your ruler just to check that it's level and that your ruler isn't bouncing from side to side particularly, and that just checks the alignment of your doors. Again, you do that with your back door. As you can see, you can use your measure the other way. We come to the tailgate now, and looking just as a general look from a distance, having a good visual check of it, it all looks pretty smart and in line. A lot of people talk about misalignments around the boot lid. This looking very smooth and very much in line, and the gaps at the top here all very much in line with the rest of the body panel. The next thing you want to check is the alignment of the tail lights, both the light cluster on the boot lid and the light cluster on the vehicle itself. And again, you can use your measure just to check that aligns on both sides, as it does. There's a little bit of condensation in this rear light cluster as well. Again, I'll be taking a photograph of that and letting Tesla know about that. Another thing to check is the alignment between the lights here and the body panel. And as you can see, you're looking for a perfect cross, as this is. Checking the other side of the vehicle in exactly the same way, checking the gaps between the doors, front and rear, using your ruler to check if it snags or not as it comes down the vehicle. And as you can see, my ruler fits absolutely perfectly. A great glide path there. The same with the front panel and along the bottom of the car as well, all with your ruler. Brilliant what you can use a ruler for nowadays. Right, so now to inside the car. Wanted to show you about the build quality inside. Very, very happy with it. All the trim, particularly things people look out for is the stitching. Stitching all seems very good. I've had a really good look around all the seats. Centre console, the stitching, very, very good quality. And that's all the way down the centre console. The gliding all works very, very well there. Nice and smooth. Other things with the Made in China model, you've got this added panel, which we broke the news of at the start of the year. This is very, very nice. I particularly like it. I suppose it's very much down to personal preference, whether you like that or not. Maybe let me know in the comments what you think. In terms of the steering wheel, nice quality, very firm, very rugged. When it comes to the centre console, on some of the demonstrator vehicles we tried, actually there's a squeak. No squeak with this one, so really happy with that. Let's have a look in the back, shall we? Again, quality of the upholstery in the back, very, very good. No issues with any of the seats, and really, really impressed with the quality there. Something quite unique for the China Teslas are the speakers. You'll notice in the door panels, the shape of the speaker is different. We think the actual mechanics of the speaker behind are very, very similar, if not the same, but it's just a little twist. And then in the rear of the vehicle, the speakers on the door panels are a slightly different shape, as you can see here. The quality of the build is very, very good inside, and I've been really pleased with the interior of the vehicle. A few snags that I've had with the Tesla though, it's worth pointing out, is the rear bumper alignment between the panel and the bumper itself. As you can see, there's a slight indent there. I've reported that to Tesla and they're going to come and look at that for me. Other snags I've had are with the boot. There's a indentation mark, as you can see, underneath my boot liner there. And that's where cables, it seems, have been sat, but it just isn't coming out, despite rubbing it and having left it to settle for a week. Still isn't moving. So I've reported that. Maybe Tesla will do something, maybe they won't with that. The other thing I found during snagging was some marks to the upholstery that were cleaned off by the detailers at the dealership with some upholstery cleaner, and they came off absolutely fine. The other snag I have had is with the B-pillar camera on the driver's side. Condensation forming, which shows some issues with the integrity of this seal. I'll be reporting that to Tesla and getting them to sort that out for me. That has obviously prevented some of the autopilot functions working properly because of this camera's out of action. Overall though, very satisfied with the quality of the build of my Tesla Model 3 from China. If you're thinking of buying a Tesla, I would say if it's coming out of China, you've got very little to worry about. Yeah, there's a few snags, but isn't there always with any new car? They get those sorted for you under warranty though. Hope you've enjoyed watching the video. I've really enjoyed showing you around it. Hopefully it's answered some of the questions about the quality of the build for you. I know I've been asked about those in my last video. If you haven't, please hit the subscribe button, give a bell a click and give the video a thumbs up. Maybe let me know if there's something I haven't checked which you've noticed on your new car. I can maybe do the same check and see if it's any different on mine. As always, thank you for watching.